Welcome to Happily Ever Aftermath, the podcast that explores the movies that influenced how we view love and romantic relationships. Yes, there will be spoilers. I'm your host, Diana Rojek-Sconard. Hey everyone. Thanks for joining me on what is a beautiful rainy day for me. The time has come where I am going to officially wind down Happily Ever Aftermath. The big thing about Happily Ever Aftermath for me was talking about those movies that had the emotional component. And now that I've been doing this for over 5 years, I have covered pretty much all of them. When Polina left the show, she said that she had said everything that she wanted to. I love talking about movies, and I've hit the point now where the format is just too constricting for me. So what do you need to know for now? Well, the last movie I'm going to be covering will be Dirty Dancing. It should come as no surprise to anybody. It was one that I always wanted to save for a special occasion. I'm just surprised that this is the special occasion. I also plan to do a last episode saying thank you and just kind of looking back on everything that I've done up to this point. And to give you a good example about how I like to talk about movies without it necessarily being in the HEAMCast format, please enjoy this episode that I recorded with Everything I Learned from Movies host Stephen Izzy. Yeah, this particular episode is about a movie called Cannibal Women in the Avocado Jungle of Death. I watched this a lot when I was younger. A lot. But I'll tell you this much. It did not teach me too much about love, romance, and relationships. But I really liked it. And here's something that you can do to really help me out. In my not covering a movie last episode, I'd love to hear from you. Send me your questions. Send me your what happens next for the movies that I've covered. Tell me something that we said that really resonated with you. Tell me something really nice that will stroke my ego. Send me any cool things to send to Polina so she can read about it too. So without further ado, I hope you enjoy me, Stephen Izzy, talking about Cannibal Women in the Avocado Jungle of Death.
Oh, yes.
Wiggly, wiggly, wiggly. All right.
Wiggly, wiggly, wiggly
Just
indeed.
wiggling around there.
You know it. Alrighty, so I think I'm in a good place where I am loud enough and you are in my ears.
Are we loud enough for you?
Always.
All right.
Alright,
Too much so.
She would appreciate it if we toned it down just a smidgen.
Alright, so I'm recording on this end. I'm ready on your mark.
All right. So yeah, I guess we put in the trailer.
Yeah. Do you want to clap?
Yeah. I'll just line it up.
Okay.
He trusts you now.
What?
Yeah.
No.
Oh,
Yeah.
you've
Don't
been
you fail
elevated.
me, Diana.
Don't fuck it up.
Yes, as they say in Scarface, don't you fuck me, Tony. Don't you ever try to fuck me.
Oh, I think that was cut out of Avengers too.
Oh yeah, I mean it's cliche for a reason, but they all got it from Scarface. I love you 3,000 kilos.
That was a very loud reaction on my part. Okay.
Didn't sound too loud on this end, so.
Oh, it was just the sheer force of how funny that was to me. I just needed to calm myself down. Ooh. Okay. Yes.
Nice.
I'm here.
All right, ready, Ben? Yeah! Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Steve,
And I'm Izzy.
and this is Everything I Learned from Movies. And tonight,
Oh, tonight.
we are continuing Patreon November
Oh.
with 1989's Cannibal Women in the Avocado Jungle of Death.
Yeah.
Oh, but we're not alone for this movie.
We're not?
No, we are not. Joining us is the incredible Patreon patronizer and I guess full host of the Happily Ever Aftermath podcast,
She's
Diana.
the alpha host.
That's right. I am HEAMCast. Yeah. Welcome, Diana.
Yeah, Alpha Diana here. Thank you for having me.
I go by the D
Anytime.
now.
Oh, she's the big D.
Capital D, we'll say for now.
Nice. Well, Diana, before we get started, explain yourself. Why Cannibal Women in the Avocado Jungle of Death?
Oh, the movie. If you wanted like a full explanation of me, we were going to be here for a while.
Let's do it.
Okay.
Maybe the first page of the bullet points.
Okay.
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 PowerPoint.
All right. So when I was 5 years old, I skipped ahead about 11 years. And so when I was 16 years old, this movie was on Comedy Central. And I don't know which came first, this movie, and then I started like paying attention to Bill Maher and like his stand-up, and then like Politically Incorrect, or if it was the other way around where I was like, I was into stand-up, saw Bill Maher stand-up, and then like, oh, Bill Maher's in this movie, I should watch this movie. It's unclear. It was such a long time ago that I'm not very, very clear about it. However, the answer is, it was on Comedy Central. They referred to that section of movies as the groovy movie. And so it was on, and then I watched it, and then when it was on again, because Comedy Central was good like that, I recorded it. So I have an unedited version in my psyche, whereas like little bits and pieces of it. Actually, they didn't edit out much, which was helpful, because like the language is pretty straightforward. It's just the boobies.
Yeah, did it like air at midnight or something like that? Because I remember there was a time like the early 2000s where it was like, you know, like the South Park movie would be on at like midnight, but it was, you know, because it was midnight, they could have all the swearing and stuff like that.
They didn't, and the version that I had, there were no boobies.
Oh, well then what's the point?
There were other parts of the movie.
We'll get to it. Yeah, there were.
Well, I hate to break this to you, Steve, but when you have your own, you don't need to see them necessarily as often on TV.
Maybe that's why, like, whenever I'm watching Game of Thrones or Spartacus Blood and Sand and there's like a little hanging dong and stuff out there, it's like, yeah, all right.
Yeah, it's like,
seen it all before.
Yeah, you've had this before.
Usually not as bushy, Jesus. No. But Dana, thank you for picking this movie. Before we really dive into it, babe, I don't know about you. I'm a little thirsty.
I'm a little sober, so.
Yeah.
No.
Diana, are you drinking anything on your end?
I'm just staying hydrated with my H2O.
Oh.
Woo!
So things that would appropriately be in a canteen?
I mean, in the movie, it was a pina colada.
Oh, it's funny you should mention that because jingly jingly. We have from Uinta Brewing the Pina Colada Milkshake Pale Ale. An ale made with lactose and natural flavors. Oh boy, this is probably going to be pretty sweet. For those of you who don't know, when you brew with lactose, that's like one of the sugars that doesn't ferment out and turn into alcohol, so it stays nice and sweet in there. And milk stouts are probably the most popular one that do that. But yeah, with a pale ale here, let's find out. And I'll pop my top here.
Oh, his top.
Nice. And throw that guy away. And the pour.
Ooh, it's a beautiful golden beer. Wow, it already smells sweet from here.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's got off-white foamy head with lots of large bubbles that are dissipating quickly.
Large bubbles also make me happy.
Yeah, it smells hoppy when you get it close up to you, but like from far away, it smells almost bubble gummy.
Yeah, it's like pineapple extract from far away, but yeah.
Taking a sip. Yeah, it's more pineapple-y than like coconutty. It's not nearly as sweet as it smells, but definitely like aromatic.
Yeah, it's actually not bad. Pretty well
surprisingly
rounded.
Hoppy.
Yeah, I think the lactose gives it a good full body kind of thing for being kind of on the lighter end.
And it and it being hoppier like helps balance out that lactose. It's not too sweet.
Yeah, it's definitely got like citrus hops in there. Like it's a little bite to the pineapple. So yeah, I can dig it. Sorry, taking another sip there.
Yeah.
Actually, throw this away too. Whoop. So no jingles when I fart.
Jingle jingles.
All right. So yeah, Cannibal Women in the Avocado Jungle of Death.
Woo, full title.
Right. From writer-director J.F. Lawton as J.D. Athens.
Woo, who's he, Steve?
Oh, well, I'm glad you asked. He directed this, as well as a movie called Pizza Man, also starring Bill Maher.
That takes me back.
Oh, have you seen Pizza Man?
No, they just advertised the fuck out of it when this was on.
Oh, that makes sense. It was probably like the follow-up to it or something.
Yeah.
He also directed The Hunted, which is a Christopher Lambert in Japan movie we may have to check out.
Oh, shit.
I feel like it's come up recommended for us, and we're always like, oh yeah, it looks like Rising Sun, but with Highlander. 4 episodes of VIP, yes, the Pamela Anderson TV series. And a show called Jackson, which I looked into. It's about 2 homeless guys, and Steve Guttenberg is in it as businessman.
Okay. Businessman!
But what most people know J.F. Lawton, a.k.a. J.D. Athens, for, he's also a writer, because he wrote this. He also wrote Pretty Woman.
What's that, Steve?
You know, the one about Richard Gere hanging out with a prostitute? That's the movie, guys.
True. You are correct. Accurate.
Coming next week. No. Also, Under Siege. Yeah, Steven Seagal is a chef. Kicking Tommy Lee Jones' ass. Blank Man.
Oh.
Here's a movie we've talked about doing on the podcast for a while since I found it. Chain Reaction.
Ooh.
Yes, Keanu Reeves, Rachel Weisz together again. And DOA, Dead or Alive.
Oh.
Yep,
Video game one?
The video game based one starring Eric Roberts and many, many more. Many more C-list actors. But the movie also stars, as mentioned, Bill Maher as Jim. But there's also the former Mrs. Gene Simmons herself, Shannon Tweed, as Dr. Margo Hunt.
They broke up.
Oh, a long time ago.
Oh, I'm finding out now.
Yeah.
Go on.
Sorry. It was like the mid-90s, I think, when it happened.
Oh, whoops.
I thought you knew.
Damn it.
When you found out they were a thing, that's when they decided to.
Yep, it was your fault, Diana.
Oh, damn it.
Speaking of the former Mrs. John Carpenter herself, Adrienne Barbeau, as Dr. Kurtz.
Yeah.
They also broke up. I think they broke up like in 82 or something.
Yeah.
Like it was,
That one didn't shock me.
yeah. And Karen Waldron as Bunny. Who's she? Yeah, that's a great question.
She's definitely not a middle-aged hooker.
How dare you?
What? No.
That's my aunt. No, anyway. All right. So, for those of you looking, Diana, how did you watch this movie? On the VHS or?
Well, I recorded it off of Comedy Central onto a VHS, and then eventually I got it on DVD. I believe at the time Amazon was selling it for $5. So I said, yes, let's get this copy no longer on VHS that I recorded and have it for realsies.
Nice. We found this was the first episode of 13 Nights of Elvira on Amazon Prime.
Yeah.
Yes. Elvira's back. At least for 13 movies, and most of them are Full Moon Pictures, just like this one.
Woo! It's the more successful version of Full Moon's Fright Night, hosted by William Shatner.
Yeah.
I think I was the only person who watched it. It was all the Full Moon movies, hosted by William Shatner and a guy in like a giant bobblehead costume that was supposed to be sort of a zombie lurch thing. And he was totally silent, and William Shatner would just like riff off of him. It was super weird. That's how I watched Bordello of Blood.
Oh.
I could see that. But the movie starts off with a jungle cruise through the jungle of the avocado of death, or something like that. But it's just footage that's used again later in the movie. Only real note about the credits is, anyone else notice who edited this movie?
Who edited this movie, Steve?
I don't know. I was focused on the musician, composer. Go on.
Oh, who's the composer?
Oh, it was, somebody, Dante? And I had to pause it and find out if it was any relation to, Joe Dante?
Yeah.
None. No relation.
I think it's Dante from Clerks?
He's Dante of Dante's Peak?
Oh, yes. But the editor is King Louie.
What?
Who's he, Steve?
As far as I know, he's the ape from Jungle Book or something. Maybe coming up later.
I did see that. King Louie. Last name Louie, first name King.
Yep. But we find there's 2 guys that are lost in the jungle, and they're like, oh man, we're never going to get out of here, and we haven't eaten in days. And they look up, and they see avocados. Hey! Steve chooses death.
So, spoiler alert, guys. My husband does not like avocados.
It's not fruit.
Apparently he's not a feminist.
Apparently not.
I love avocados.
I don't know.
I would dip strips of meat in avocado.
You sure would.
You're like, fuck, this movie is Steve's is Izzy's dream diet.
Yeah, I mean, avocados are nature's mayonnaise, so we gotta get you on board, Steve.
Well, we'll see. We'll see if this movie can help. Oh, wait, do you ladies hear that? It sounds like laughter over that ridge. I'm gonna go check it out. Oh. Holy shit, there's a lot of boobies in that waterfall. Woo! Yeah! The gentlemen find themselves with 4 lovely ladies just washing themselves in the waters of Lake Minnetonka. No. And of course, one of them's like, I think I'm gonna try to play my cards here and see what happens. So he goes out there and says, "Hello, ladies." Diana, what happens?
Donk! And arrow right into the chest.
Yeah.
Delicious.
He gets penetrated. And of course, this causes the other guy to go, fuck, super runaway, and run through the jungle. Mm-hmm. And basically, he seems to like run like right into their camp, into like one of those. I forget what's the trap called where like it goes around the ankles and hangs them upside down. I want to say trebuchet, but I know that's like a catapult.
You're already beyond my knowledge there. So just imagine a lasso on his feet and he's upside down.
There you go.
Yeah.
And then we cut to title card.
I think it's just called like a tension trap. Or
tension trap? Oh, okay. Okay.
Ah.
Maybe I'll think of something else. But we then cut to a nearby college, I guess, where we meet Professor Shannon Tweed, a.k.a. Dr. Margo Hunt. Mm-hmm. And one of her prize students, Bunny, who is I don't want to say dumb as a rock, but just she's not focused on her studies.
She's agreed. Well, she's very dedicated to her studies, but she's also very imagine like the college student equivalent of Doug from Up, like oh yeah, squirrel.
She's a bimbo. Let's just say it. She's a bimbo.
And
she's supposed to be a bimbo.
True. Yeah. She's Kelly Bundy going to college.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
It was like totally studying like home economics, but now I think I would have been to like feminist studies, but like I don't think there are any feminist like cooking classes.
Yeah, and I'm like, why not?
Well, this was my thing, was like, no, there definitely should be some feminist cooking classes because bitches gotta eat.
Yes.
Part of being an independent woman is being able to cook for yourself.
That was actually my first reaction. I'm just like, aren't like all cooking classes feminist cooking classes in a way?
I mean, technically, like, I know people who were genuinely, like, crippled by this whole lockdown thing because they don't cook and they couldn't get food and they had to, like, learn really quickly.
Mm-hmm.
Babe, does that have to be our new video series?
Izzy gets drunk and teaches you to cook?
Yeah.
I'm in.
I mean, I did just
we'll call it Bitches Gotta Eat.
Yes, that's me! I'm bitches! Wait, the person who just made a lunch for 2 that involved 10 cloves of garlic?
Yeah.
That's how you social distance, bitch.
Could you guys smell that on us? Oh, Dean Stockwell, what are you doing here? This was Steve's first, like, ha!
Oh, it's just really a shame they couldn't get Dean Stockwell to be Dean Stockwell.
Just for the cameo. That's all you need, right?
Exactly.
Now, if you'll excuse me, I got to get back to Quantum Leap.
Wait!
But Dean Stockwell is there, and he has Dr. Hunt speaking with the Department of Avocado Affairs of the United States government, and I'm like, that probably is a thing. But...
Probably.
And then, oh my god! So the Department of Avocado Affairs are basically explaining the plot of the movie, where it starts off basically like the commies are moving into the avocado trade. They already run, Israel or like a bunch of other
Mexico
countries,
yeah.
But California's the last damn
democratically ran avocado jungle.
But the interior of the avocado jungle is wild and uncharted, and of course there's the Piranha Women.
Well, it's only a legend.
Piranha Women?
Only a legend.
Oh, they're only legend?
It's a legend, Steve. Come on. Well, supposedly they're a tribe of neo-feminists who've gone so outside the cultural norms that they hunt down they're like a Black Widow. They hunt down their husbands, have sex, and then eat them dipped in guacamole.
Ugh.
Mm-hmm. They live deep in the heart of the avocado jungle.
Yes. Deep in the heart of the avocado jungle, which is basically
the LA
Eastern
Basin?
California between LA and Vegas.
It's the Mojave Desert.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie though, I love that they like set it up that way, that it's like, nope, this is all just wild avocado jungles now.
Wait, doesn't that cover like Barstow and stuff? Nope. Nope. Just
And
don't
Needles, California, Steve's favorite California location.
Fuck you, Needles. And your lack of Sam Kinison statues. Now, do I blame Tony Scott, the director of that stupid movie Domino, for making me believe such a thing exists? The only thing I remember about that 2-hour clusterfuck? Nope, he's dead. I can't blame him.
Did you drive 8 hours to go see if there was a ton?
It was like 3 or 4 hours out of the way.
Aww.
So it was 6 or 8 hours round trip.
No, total.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Where was I?
I love you.
Yeah. So the whole plan is, they need this. I'm sorry. Dr. Hunt is also a professor of feminine studies or whatever, super feminist. They want her to go into the avocado jungle and reason with them. Convince them to relocate to Malibu Estates.
Yeah, they've set up condominiums for them where they can live their lives.
Yeah, but
of
course
she's the avocados.
Yeah, they just want the avocados. There you go. Yeah. So, but of course she's like, well, no, they're free to do what they want. They're empowered women. They can do all this stuff. Like, well, we might pull your funding if you say no and your tenure. And of course, as soon as they say tenure, she's like, okay, I guess I'll do it.
Ugh, damn politics.
Yeah. So, but she also is like, well, I wouldn't be the first person you would ask to do this. Like, you're right. 2 years ago, we sent in Dr. Kurtz. And, but she never came back. We lost contact with her, and we fear the worst. So now we're sending you in. And apparently Bunny wants to go too.
I want to go
too! Because, you just need a third person in this triumvirate that they'll be making,
Well, you need an everyman.
Or a woman.
Yeah. Bunny has the thing is, Bunny is pure. Bunny has no ulterior motives.
That's true.
Bunny just wants to experience life.
Yeah, she wants to work on her tan, see how these super feminists in the jungle live,
Plus she got these super cute high heel boots she wants to try out.
Yeah. And okay, the next thing coming up also kind of tickled me. Dr. Hunt, of course, needs to get her teaching supplies to go into the jungle, and
I did that. I really enjoyed this scene a lot.
She goes to the secretary and she's like, all right, I need a few reams of paper, some pencils, 100 feet of garrote wire, or
1,000 rounds of bullets, armor piercing or hollow point. What would you recommend? I'd recommend 50-50 and load them alternately so you have maximum power and armor piercing penetration.
There you go. Lady knows her stuff.
Goddamn. Didn't realize Mrs. Keith over at our school was, because this gal totally looks exactly like the administrative assistant gal that, the gal at high school where you have to go to if, you need to go home early or feeling sick or, all of that. This totally looks like Mrs. Keith.
Yep.
We all have our Mrs. Keiths. We know.
That's right. I think mine was Mrs. O'Keefe. No. But yeah, so Bunny and Dr. Hunt, they hop in their little red Jeep. Hey, Gretchen! Hey! And they drive off to the jungle, but the path they show on the map was all over the place, and I don't know.
Well, because they got lost.
Yeah. Ooh, that's right. They end up in San Bernardino, right on the border of the avocado jungle.
Oh, I've never been to San Bernardino before.
Yeah. And they stop at a bar for, I guess, more supplies. Oh,
well, they need a guide.
That's right. They need to hire a mercenary. That's right. Oh, I love when they walk in. There's like the one bar guy, seeing Shannon Tweed and Bunny coming in, like, hey, can I buy you ladies a drink? Like, oh, no, thank you. Oh, come on. When I offer you a drink, instantly she pulls a fucking Desert Eagle on him. It's like, I said politely, no, thank you. You may move along.
You have a good day, ma'am.
Yeah, right. But yeah, so they're looking for a mercenary to join their team.
Yeah. Diana, who are the guys who are applying for the job?
So imagine a Rambo meets President Camacho style audition of just like he wants to burn down a village and he's got all of the firepower. And then second, you have the world's most well-trained ninja who displays all of the fighting prowess to her. And then finally, basically like young Jesse Ventura.
Yeah, wrestler, the Black Mask. Ah!
Right. And then also like managed to like bend his metal stick and like ate some of it and spit it out.
I believe this is where the Elvira pop up with, ooh, he can bend giant licorice.
Yeah, so they're all trying out to be mercenaries for hire.
Excellent. Well, if you're joining this group, we're going to be going deep into the avocado jungle to fight.
Wait. Did you say the avocado jungle?
Yes.
I gotta get my hair done.
My kid's got this thing.
I'm gonna go on Nutrisystem. Yeah, I'm gonna drop some weight.
Yes,
I love the Vietnam vet. It's just like, oh, I gotta go visit the VA. I gotta go.
Yeah. I got this thing I gotta get cleared up first. Yeah. But then from across the bar, there's one man who will stand up and go into the avocado jungle. Unfortunately, that guy is Jim, played by Bill Maher.
Oh no!
But we find out he and Dr. Hunt have a past.
Oh, they were deeply in love, and then she let her feminist ideals get between them, and he's had to bury himself in the bottom of a scotch bottle.
It was a one-night stand, and you left the next morning to go to Hawaii with some other tramp.
Yeah, but like I bought those tickets the week before, and then when I came back, I crawled into a scotch bottle, and I haven't been out since.
Excellent. Well, all right. Well, how much to join our troop?
$25,000.
I'll give you $50.
Done.
Plus expenses.
And expenses, yes.
Yeah. Right.
$200 a day plus expenses.
Yeah.
I will say, when I was younger, I did enjoy the banter of just like, do you know how to suck the venom out of a poisonous snake? Do you know what to do if you have to encounter this animal in the rich thickets of the avocado jungle? No, do you? No, but I do have this guide.
Yeah. And it's like the guidebook to the avocado jungle or whatever.
I could just buy my own book.
It's out of print.
All right, fine. $50, you can come along.
Yeah, we find out along the drive into the jungle. Basically, he's, chauvinistic guy. And so there's a little banter back and forth about that. It's basically a tight five.
It's great because it's like, I believe women should be barefoot and pregnant in the kitchen, and Bunny's just like, oh really?
That'd be sweet.
Yeah. I always wanted to be a housewife, but now I want to be a feminist.
Yeah, so they go into the jungle, and Bunny is almost immediately lost.
Yep.
But
she found a kitty, Steve.
Yes, she found a kitty, you might say. Not a full-grown leopard, as in the movie. A kitty.
I believe her, when she comes back, her words are, I found a big kitty.
Yeah. Don't you ever get lost again. And so then, that night, they're, looking at the map, and he's like, well, if my calculations are correct, the river's that direction, 23.6 miles away. And then he, walks off to go take a shit, and instantly hear, splash. Oh, found the river.
Turns out that wasn't the North Star.
God, what the heck kind of happens from here? Oh yeah, I love that. Like Bunny and Dr. Hunt, they're like talking in the tent, and they're like, "Oh, so you and Jim have a sordid past." Yeah, I understand why I have hesitations about him. He's really not that bad of a guy, just a little chauvinistic, but I don't know. It just doesn't meet with my ordeals. How about...
no, and then she's like, "Can I tell you something, Bunny? I feel like sometimes I hide behind my feminism, that like I use it to, cover up and hide from the world, but really I just want someone to open up to." And then what does Bunny want to open up and share?
Diana, you want to take this?
Well, sometimes I wish a guy would tie me up with licorice ropes, and then he'd spank me, and then he would eat the licorice ropes, and he would free me, and then all of it is happening while the Philharmonic is playing Bolero.
And if you could just add, and that's like listening to everything I learned from movies, I think we have a new drop.
We can edit it in later.
Yeah, we'll put it together.
Allow me to do it right now. And you're listening to everything I learned from movies.
Perfect. 5 stars.
I needed to gather myself.
That's Mark Summers. Anyway, all right, so
Please tell me you don't feed Twinkies to the cats.
Yeah. All right, so the next day they're on a boat going down the river, and we get that footage from earlier going down the river on the Jungle Cruise. It's great. And then probably my favorite stupid scene in this movie. Oh, we must have hit something. It's probably just a rock or something. No, it's those hippos off screen that you can't see.
Oh, it's a South Beach hippo. They're a lot slimmer than their African counterparts due to being on a cholesterol-free diet.
There, I got them. All off screen. You never see the hippos. I don't know why that's so stupid funny to me.
It's so good. Well, because they're all dedicated to the scene.
Yeah.
Like, nobody half-asses that scene. Because I'm sure they were told, like, oh no, we're totally gonna fill it in with some hippo footage later.
Yeah. No, we got 2 cameras working on this. Not just the one looking at you guys looking off screen. Yeah, no, don't worry about it.
They fixed it in post.
Right. You're talking to the director of Pizza Man here. Have I ever let you down? Anyway. But then... Incoming! What are they throwing at us? Is it spears? Is it arrows? Is it rocks?
I've been hit! Oh, am I dying? Where am I bleeding? I'm gonna die.
It's a knitted pot holder. Like crochet.
Fine work.
We should investigate this. Well, they were just trying to kill us with these things. Like, no, maybe it was a peace offering. Like, yeah, that makes more sense, I guess.
I can believe that.
So they go to investigate. And they stumble upon a tribe of men in this avocado jungle. What?
It's just a legend.
Diana, who are these men?
Well, the Donahues.
Topical in 1989. And what are the Donahues?
They're a tribe of men who have put together an agreement with the Piranha Women that in exchange for them making, various gifts and, taking care with the cooking, they won't be eaten by them.
So they're a village of wimps, is what you're saying.
Well, I mean, you do have the entire tribe coming out and just, offering doilies and, Donahue, Mark Harmon, Alan Alda.
It's true. So they basically set up camp there. The Donahues invite them into their camp to sleep for the night because it's getting late in the day. And I love how they offered him a hammock or something too that they had crocheted. He's like, no, I'm good. But later that night, Jim decides, you know what? I gotta teach you men how to be men, and there's one way to do that. Babe, what's that way?
Beer.
Beer! Beer, 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 beer. Even Milwaukee's best beer.
Accurate.
Yeah. And by the way, okay, so when he was handing out all the beer to the guys and stuff, and like, you know, later explaining him basically chauvinism and all that, I was like, was he carrying like 4 cases in his backpack or something? Or did I miss that part?
Probably like pina colada on one hip, you know, lots of cases of beer on the other side. Bunny had her Indiana Jones lunchbox, so I think they all had their own provisions.
Yeah. Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah. Totally.
And then while he's handing out the beer and the guys are like getting drunk and like throwing the cans in the air and stuff, I'm like, oh my god, this is a parody of the 2001 Space Odyssey music and everything in the background.
Slowly handed him the beer. Yeah. Dun 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 dun.
and then we cut to, I don't know, an hour or two later, and we hear Jim explain to him, like, you say, what do you want? You're like, hey, sexy mama. Hey, love machine.
Hey, sexy mama. Hey, love machine.
And then, I guess...
Want to ride in my vet?
Yeah.
Want to ride in my vet?
And then Bunny hears all this from the tent and is like, I wonder what they're doing out there. I'm going to go check it out.
Can you guys make me some hot cocoa?
Yeah, right. And instead of hot cocoa, she gets some hot sexual assault.
Oh no, they're going to gangbang her.
Yeah. But then Dr. Hunt, kaplow, kaplow, fires the gun a couple times, and they go scurrying off. And I'm like, yeah, that could have gotten really...
real dark, real quick?
Real Mistress of the Apes.
Ooh. She's the Mistress of the Apes.
So then we cut to that music from Mistress of the Apes. No. Well, she was looking for a man, so she went to the city, and she... Anyway.
You guys go check out our Mistress of the Apes episode. Because that movie, that might be the craziest movie we've ever done so far, like to date.
Yeah, it's pretty good. It's pretty crazy.
Steve, do you often go from knife rape scenes into a musical number?
Nope. Very rarely.
About a woman making love to ape men?
That's a grind bin movie there.
Oh my god, have we suggested that to them?
Several times.
Okay.
They've yet to pull the trigger on it and invite us to do it, but
come on, you pussies. Don't be a Donahue. Watch the movie.
Bobby, talk to Mike. Where were we? Oh yeah, Bunny getting assaulted. And then let's see what happens. Oh yeah, they go back the next day. They get back in the boat and they're going down the river. And they have to start like dragging the boat. I don't know. That's a
There's
scene
too much
happens.
Grass, so
Yeah.
they gotta pull the boat. But there's catfish swimming around their footsies.
Yeah, it makes my feet feel funny. Yeah. And then the next thing I've written down is when they stop for lunch, and they have the bags of Fritos and and of course guacamole because they stole from all the avocados, right?
Yeah, but they've been eating avocados for days.
Yeah. And Dr. Hunt, she's getting a little acting a little different.
I can't do this anymore. I need some meat.
I know what this is. You want to eat me, don't you? Your feminist powers are coming out or something. Or tendencies.
Only for a minute. I just was giving in to an urge.
And then she starts chasing him with a knife. Oh shit!
I'm gonna slice you into little bits and dip you in that guacamole.
You're losing your mind, lady. That has been an excerpt from Cannibal Women of the Avocado Jungle of Death. End scene. But then it was around this time. Oh no, the Piranha Women have found them. But it's okay, because Dr. Hunt has the one thing that they respect.
Her now membership card.
Yeah, the National Organization of Women, founded by Ike Turner and Rick James, according to the critic.
I hate to tell you, it's not really a draw anymore.
Ooh, what? Ooh, no. Are you saying it's not a draw now?
I see what you did there.
All right,
but it's okay. It's okay because she knows the right thing to say. I'm looking for Dr. Kurtz.
Oh, Dr. Kurtz? Mm-hmm. Right this way. Mm-hmm. No, it's not quite that, but it's like, Kurtz? Follow me. And so they take him to the temple of the Piranha Women. And they're showing around a little bit. We see the piranha pool, just a little pool in a courtyard. It's like red or pink water, and they're like, "Oh, what's in there?" Like, oh, don't put your hand in there. Mm-hmm. It's full of piranha. They like drop a little leaf or something in there, and it's you know.
Oh please! They dropped a Frito in there.
Oh, was it a Frito?
Yeah.
Okay, that makes more sense.
Delicious.
Piranha like, get your vegetables out of here. So then they take her to Dr. Kurtz, who is now the Empress of the Jungle and the leader of the Piranha Women. Mm-hmm. And
they made you their leader?
Yes. When I came out here 2 years ago, I was shown the future of feminism and its cannibalism. And then she goes into it. You really think there's an avocado famine? Nobody wants the avocados. There's actually a glut of them.
They've been dumping them in the Santa Barbara Harbor just to get rid of them.
But they offered to put you up in Malibu in their little condominiums and stuff like. Yes, of course they did. But they're also going to give us subscriptions to magazines, and they'll have Mary Kay cosmetic providers there daily, and it's a trap.
They're gonna brainwash them and turn them into bimbos.
That's right. And Bunny's like, oh, that doesn't sound too bad.
I totally live in a commando.
And so Dr. Kurtz basically gives Dr. Hunt and Bunny two choices. Either join the Piranha Women in their sacrificial ritual, or die. And of course Jim's like, oh, what about me? Oh, you're going to be marinated and then sacrificed. But then Hunt pulls out the gun again, like she's being propositioned at a bar, and she's like, "Not so fast, Kurtz. You let us go, or I'll blow all. I'll turn your head into a fucking canoe." And then Kurtz is like, "I don't think so. You know I'm right, and I don't think you're gonna shoot me." Yep. Called her bluff. Damn it.
God damn it.
I love how they're like taking Jim away. Like, don't worry, Bunny, you'll save me.
Good line.
Yeah. Let's see what happens there. Oh yeah, so Jim's taken away and he's tossed into the dungeon with the other men who I guess are going to be served up later in the week. Meanwhile, Dr. Hunt's being fed by Jean-Pierre. Ladies, you want to talk about Jean-Pierre at all?
Diana?
So Jean-Pierre is supposed to be, in the tradition of the Piranha Women, he is moving in with the tradition of that he is to feed his mistress before he is sacrificed to her. So she looks at the food, she eats it, it's very delicious. Oh, thank you. He was a friend of mine, Jacques.
Yeah.
So, and he explains to her, like, she's marveling because he speaks English. And he's, I learned from Dr. Kurtz. Yeah. Oh, well, you must be very smart. Oh, well, the Piranha Women don't look at intelligence in men, only muscle tissue. And he definitely had some of that.
Yeah. Yeah, I was looking at the actor that played him because I'm like, this guy looks kind of familiar. It wasn't who I thought it was. But the actor's name is Brett Steinley. He's actually best known for being JFK in a couple of movies like Watchmen and Transformers 3, I think. And
yeah,
and
exactly.
I'm like, okay, maybe that's it.
Yeah, he has imagine a very generic, well-defined, not like, the total thrashed, cut men of now, but like the early 90s of just like very well-defined, blondish, good-looking guy.
Yeah.
He's very surfer dude.
Yes, he
is.
Yeah.
He's not overly muscular. Like, he's obviously very muscular, but he's not like roided out.
Yep.
Yeah. I thought it was Jan Michael Vincent there. That's why I looked
absolutely.
it up.
Absolutely.
Back when Jan Michael Vincent pretended to give a shit.
Back when you could have sexy guys named Jan.
Yeah. So we got to the next morning, and it's time for Dr. Hunt to be initiated, and there's a man down on the sacrificial slab ready to be sacrificed. And Dr. Hunt says, I refuse to kill him, but in honors of your tradition, I will have sex with him.
No deal.
That's not how it works.
And then so Dr. Hunt's like, then in that case, you'll just have to kill me. And then Bunny suddenly jumps up like, wait, I want to join. I want to become Piranha Woman.
Bunny, you don't want to kill this man.
Yes, I do. I want to have sex with him and then kill him and then be a super feminist Piranha Woman.
Plus, they get one of those cute outfits.
Yeah, right.
She really wants that cute outfit.
Yeah.
I mean, Diana, have you ever seen an outfit that you would kill for? It's okay to say yes.
Now remember that you do own Everything I Learned from Movies merchandise available at untidyvenus.etsy.com or on Redbubble and the
TeePublic.
TeePublic, yes.
Question on the docket: will there be some Everything I Learned from Movies leggings?
Oh, there are Everything I Learned from Movies leggings available over on TeePublic.
This podcast is over. I'm busy.
If you don't enjoy the style, the design that I have on there, I can easily manipulate it for you. Just let me know.
Thank you.
Wait, are you saying I could have like Snackosaurus leggings if I went to Redbubble?
It's Izzy Creates on Redbubble.
Oh, that's where it is.
If you look up Untidy Venus, it will also tell you to go over to Izzy Creates because that was the one I made first.
Oh.
But yeah, I also have Snackosaurs available as leggings, and yeah, pretty much most of my popular art is over there available, and I have the leggings activated on pretty much everything, and the stretchy skirts, and the wall clocks, all of it.
I was distracted by the masks.
Yes, the masks are so good! Wait, does that mean that I could get some Happily Ever Aftermath leggings, potentially?
We should talk offline.
Coming next week. Yeah, so Bunny wants to become a Piranha Woman. Of course, Dr. Kurtz is like, well, you can, but not you won't have sex and kill this guy here already on the slab. That's for Dr. Hunt. Mm-hmm. You'll have to kill Jim after having sex with him. And she's like, okay.
And Jim's like, all right, so on the one side, she's going to have sex with me. But then she's going to kill me and eat me.
Can't I just have an all good day or something like that? Yeah. But it's also at this point, Jean-Pierre and Dr. Hunt make a run for it. Like I don't know, broke through their straps or something, and they just start running. And they run off into the jungle. Wow.
Wait, Diana had a point.
Yes, very important. Very important to the rest of the plot. So before they escape, Dr. Hunt runs to Jim and goes like, and whispers something really quickly. Just do it! And then they run.
She whispers nothing sweet in his ear.
That's a Death Race 2000 reference. Thanks, Izzy. I don't think that episode's come out quite yet, but our Patreons will have access to it. So Jean-Pierre and Dr. Hunt, they make a run for it. But yeah, Jean-Pierre ends up throwing her off the wall and into the jungle, and he gets captured.
He sacrifices himself for her because it's love.
That's right. And so Hunt's running through the jungle. These Amazon women are chasing after me. But then some other Amazon women pop up out of the bushes and cover her mouth and save her as the other ones run past. And it's like, who are these women? Well, we'll find out shortly because first we got to see Jim being marinated in a hot tub. It's like, you girls can really cook. Something smells great in here.
Hold on, this is bouillabaisse.
Yeah. So then we cut to the tribe of the Barracuda Women.
Oh!
Diana, who are the Barracuda Women?
Years ago, we split from the Piranha Women after fundamental differences. If you're running away from them, then you must be our friend.
What differences were those?
The Piranha Women believe that men should be slaughtered and eaten with guacamole dip.
And you think that's wrong, right?
Yes! Yes!
Oh, good. What do you believe?
We believe they should be eaten with clam dip.
Hold on. Are you saying that women separated for thousands of years over some small petty difference?
I mean, it's a fundamental principle, but yes.
You know what? I can see it because you know why? Clam dip all the way. Go Barracuda Women!
I was wondering if we got there what you thought of clam dip.
Yeah. I'm down for 10 times better than anything guacamole based.
We would be in warring tribes, my love, because
right.
I am not a huge fan of the clam
I
dip.
wouldn't last that long anyway. But if you're going to eat me, God damn it, eat me with clam dip.
Diana, do you eat dip?
I do eat dip.
What kind of dip would you choose?
You know what? It would really depend on how each was prepared.
Whatever the...
Let's say it was prepared by women in an avocado jungle of death.
But it would depend on what the holy recipe was, I guess.
I would assume so, yeah. Because, like, I do enjoy the guacamole that doesn't have the tomatoes in it. So it takes the ingredients. I'm going to need a blind taste test. Thank you very much.
So I'm going to go ahead and argue tomatoes have no business being in guacamole, because then you've basically just made an avocado salsa, which is not the same thing.
Yeah, it's better. Because it's basically salsa, but you've put in a small percentage of snot fruit. Like if you had to eat snot fruit. Like
Hush, food source.
Okay.
Sounds like we're going to war.
Silence, brunch.
Is that why I love you? Because you're delicious?
Yep. Just make sure you eat me with clam dip.
Oh, come on. You're from Utah. I'd have to eat you with fry sauce.
That's right. Oh, sweet, delicious fry sauce all over your man meat.
Steve, don't tell the listeners our pillow talk.
Yeah. Sorry, everybody. A little peek behind the curtain.
Diana's wildly uncomfortable.
No, I'm just thinking, like, after the hundreds of episodes I've listened to, I think I know all your pillow talk.
Oh, no.
Oh, Diana. I don't know if you know all of it, but
Fry sauce.
yeah,
And,
yeah, fry sauce. Yeah. I also have written down here. Oh, they're talking about the Equal Rights Act getting passed 30 years ago. God damn it, America!
Only 30 years ago. Like, I was 5.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, well, hey, at least we have a new president. Am I right?
As of the time of this recording, although, like I said, like after surviving the 2000 elections and the 2016 elections, I trust nothing.
That's right.
we are all skeptical now.
Fake news. Yeah. No, but all right. So the Barracuda Women and Dr. Hunt, they've devised a plan. They're going to do a sneak assault on the temple. To
They're going to sneak salt in there?
Yes.
Is it very bland guacamole?
Yes. Give some sort of flavor to that guacamole. And oh yeah, the what is it? Oh yeah, Bunny, for her ritual, she's given the elixir of the Piranha Women. Diana, I have to ask, what is it?
I don't remember. I fail.
They never say. I'm just curious. You know,
Oh.
with both of you being super empowered Amazon women, I just didn't know if you knew what the elixir of the Piranha Women was.
I don't want it to be, but I'm going to go ahead and guess it's a rosé.
Oh, I assumed
that
it was
does make
just
sense.
like a crystal geyser.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it could be some sort of sparkly water.
A white wine spritzer.
Right?
Yeah, so she
It's
drinks.
a Moscato.
Oh God, what's the avocado equivalent of a clamato
No.
or Cholula or whatever?
No, Cholula is hot sauce. It's
Yeah.
what is that?
Oh, that's right. That'd be the clam dip version,
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
What is that? Beef motto? So like
No, I'm trying
clamato
to
but with
remember.
beef.
There's the Clamato Budweiser mix. It's right on the tip of my tongue. It's a terrible beverage that I don't think you could make anything that tastes more like vomit.
Chelada?
Chelada, that's what it is.
Ew. You think there's any chance it was a White Claw that she was drinking?
Oh, I feel like it would be a very early primitive version of a White Claw.
Okay.
Ooh, maybe it's chicha.
Nope. Nope.
But instead of corn, it's avocado.
Nope. Nope.
You can Google it later, everybody.
Nope. Don't.
But okay, so Bunny drinks the elixir and she's intoxicated, just even more blankly blank-eyed than per usual, and
She's more doe-eyed than blank-eyed.
yeah. But Jim, he's strapped down, ready for the fucking and then the stabbing.
Yeah, Jim. super roofied right now. Is this going to be great?
Yeah. And then as they start making out a little bit, Dr. Kurtz is like, no, stop making out. Just do the deed and then kill him. But then you hear the Bolero light music.
It's definitely, like, they could not get the rights to Bolero, because it's all the notes that Bolero isn't.
Yeah. Babe, the next time we have Super Sexy September, we're going to have to do Bolero. Yeah. Kill him! Kill him now! I can't. I love him. And then, and so she like cuts the ropes.
Did you just drop in a drop from the movie?
Yeah, pretty much. I can't.
Flawless.
Right. And then somebody gets tossed into the pit. Right?
No, not tossed in the pit. They're about to be tossed in the pit.
Oh, they're about. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Throw them in the pits.
And then Hunt and the Barracuda women show up and they're like, Kurt, stop! I challenge you for supremacy of the cannibal women of the avocado jungle of death. And and then we get literally, I've written down the worst fight scene I have ever seen in my life.
Well, they're also talking about their doctoral references.
Yeah. So we get Shannon Tweed and Adrienne Barbeau fetching women. Absolutely.
Oh, absolutely. In the skimpiest of skimpy outfits.
Yep.
With medieval weaponry.
Yep. And they are literally just going through their lines, touching the tips of the swords and stuff as they're like, oh yeah? Why don't you tell them the real reason you're leading the Piranha Women? You're doing this to write a book. What? How did you know about that?
I'm writing a doctoral paper about the emergence of feminism in a rural environment.
And then, Kurtz gets stabbed, I think. And
Kinda.
Yeah, just kind of flicking. There's like, I've been hit by something. Oh God! And then there's the line, you don't know, as she's like dying, is like, you don't know what it's like having to face David Letterman with a book
on feminism
and sensitivity.
Ooh.
And I'm like, holy shit.
Ooh, and then they hit that one a couple of times.
Yeah. Basically, it's the equivalent of the horror speech from Kurtz in Apocalypse Now, but just ribbing on David Letterman. and it's like, they knew back then.
Oh, everybody knew, babe.
Yeah.
Except for the newspapers.
That's right. But then Kurtz dies and rolls into the piranha pit. And so then now all the women of the avocado jungle are united.
Yeah, they figure out a bi-weekly meeting to discuss the differences between clam dip and guacamole.
And reconsider their position on men being simply food source.
Yes, perhaps they could use them for, other things, such as labor.
Yeah, wait. All right. So then we cut to the Malibu Estates, where we see those government officials, from earlier. And Diana, what happens from here?
Well, when you see them, they're basically planning what's going to happen in addition to those Cosmo subscriptions. They have tea with Nancy Reagan and all of these other activities, which is basically meant to deprogram their feminist ways.
Yeah.
But
then Dr. Hunt shows up with her magical stick of truth, I assume. I don't know why the stick was there.
It's her, it's like a walking stick. Like it's to show she's still tribal.
Oh, okay. But she shows up there and she's like, no more talk shows for us. No, we are empowered women. That is, if the Defense Department starts donating money, then we'll go on talk shows and talk about femininity. And it's like, wait, what?
No. It's we're no longer doing Letterman, but the Defense Department is still gonna fund feminist studies. Then we can go on other talk shows and talk about, how strong we are, and
or otherwise we'll go on the talk shows and talk about how the government's
right.
trying to bring us down. Yeah. That's what it was.
But the big threat was just the fact that do you want us to let the entire world know how much money you've wasted on trying to get the Piranha Women, all of the soldiers you sent in who got slaughtered? I don't think so.
That's right. So then we cut to, I don't know, a month, a year, 3 days later, who knows?
Unclear.
And I have Dr. Hunt's like reading a book that's written by Kurtz, and I was trying to read the title and stuff, and I'm like, wait, did she publish the study that Kurtz was doing for 2 years?
It was actually the first book that Kurtz had written, Smart Women, Stupid Insensitive Men.
Okay. That's right. They did mention that one earlier. Okay.
Yep.
And then Bunny shows up in the window there, and she's in a wedding dress, and she wants to have a very important discussion with Dr. Hunt. One of you ladies want to take this one?
Diana, as our guest.
Dr. Hunt, I'm supposed to marry Jim in 10 minutes, but I just need to know, like, you know, do I marry him, become a housewife, and have a bunch of kids, or do I stay in school, become a feminist, and become the first woman president?
Well, I mean, Bunny, every woman's choice and journey is individual, and I firmly believe that the reason we fight for feminism is so that women can have a choice. But some women are just a lost cause, so enjoy your marriage and your children.
So I have your blessing?
Well, okay, yeah, we'll call it that.
But then, but if I do that, then you're going to lose your favorite student.
Who's that?
Me!
Oh, yeah, that's right. Okay. Yeah, have a good wedding.
Thanks, Dr. Hunt.
Jim, is that you?
Hey, guys. Is my wife in here? Hey, so we got your blessing. Yay, let's go get married. Yay! By the way, I loved the delivery of the, you're going to lose your favorite student. Who's that?
Right?
Me! Oh, yeah. You know, it's what makes you happy, I guess. Yeah.
I just want you to be happy. Yeah. And then who enters the room, Steve?
Hey, it's me, Jean-Pierre.
Oh, Jean-Pierre.
I got all those classes you said I should take, all those feminine studies classes. I'm really looking forward to it.
And you were able to get a seat in The Sensitive Man?
Absolutely.
Excellent.
Hey, let's make out a little bit. Roll credits. Ladies and gentlemen, Cannibal Women in the Avocado Jungle of Death. Diana, would you recommend this movie?
Yeah.
Say, I think you did, so... Izzy, how about you?
Oh, absolutely. Woo! I'm not gonna lie. I was really skeptical when I heard the title because I had not seen it. Yep. This movie is way more clever than it has any right to be.
Yeah. If you started off with like the title of the movie, it's like, okay, this is gonna be really fucking stupid. It's like, oh, but it's from the writer of Blank Man. It's like, I'm in.
So good.
Blank Man, Chain Reaction, Under Siege, and Pretty Woman. Like,
yeah.
Ooh, that's a range.
Right? But all really well written.
That's right. Excellent. Well, on that note, we're going to take a quick commercial break. And when we come back, we have more beer.
Ooh.
Fun facts. And what we learn from Cannibal Women in the Avocado Jungle of Death.
Woo!
And we're back.
Oh my God, Steve, those are the greatest ads that ever added in the history of adding. They get better every week.
Oh, she said it! Excellent. Man, I don't know about you ladies, but I feel like I've been walking through an avocado jungle of death, and
I feel like I'm at a Mexican party full of guacamole and I need another drink.
Gross.
Woo!
Right. Well, let's see. Ooh, we have from Ketos Brewing their coconut stout.
Yeah, because we didn't have anything avocado flavored.
For the best.
Right. Yeah, thank God. Ketos means thanks in Finnish and is the driving principle behind everything we do here. Oh yeah, we've read this one a couple times. But yeah, Ketos Brewing in Salt Lake City, Utah.
Woo! Ketos!
5% alcohol by volume. And allow me to pop my top.
Oh, my top.
Nice.
Ah, my finger's being eaten by a kitten. Steve, save me.
Yeah, you'll be all right. Oh my God, it's a leopard.
Ah!
Big
It's
kitty.
not that ugly. It's not that ugly split-faced kitty from earlier, Cameron.
It's a tiny ornamental leopard.
And the poor.
Ooh, this is a beautiful, super dark beer. It's got some ruby highlights in there. This has a dark brown foamy head that dissipates super quickly. I'm going to guess
Yeah.
due to the alcohol content.
It's only 5%, it says, but we'll see.
Wow. That smells, it's got some biscuitiness to it. And chocolate for sure. Super roasty. Almost coffee-like. And yeah, that's like staining the side of my cup. It's so dark.
Wow. Any tiny
Yeah,
bubbles?
Oh, the bubbles are gone.
Damn.
Judy Bubbles
They
makes
totally
me
dissipated, but they
happy.
were super dark brown.
I know that's your favorite part, Diana.
Oh, yeah. Let's see. We got to compensate
Yeah.
for that. Brown bubbles aren't there anymore.
Brown bubbles, they've got away.
Wow, this is much drier than you think it would be.
Yeah.
It's not sweet at all.
Yeah, it's like a dry English stout, and like
Yeah.
there's like subtle coconut flavor, but it's not overpowering
Super
like
subtle.
it usually is.
Yeah. And yeah, it's just sort of like roasty and delicious.
Yeah, roasty, a little bit of chocolate, but yeah, just a nice smooth stout.
I love it.
Excellent.
Yes.
Ladies, would you be interested in any fun facts?
Ooh,
Diana?
Fun facts. The super fun facts because they're fun facts.
Yeah! All right. Rotten Tomatoes. Well, spoiler alert, there's no critic reviews, but there is an audience score.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Diana, what do you think the audience score for this movie is?
Okay. I'm gonna say, because not everyone caught on, 12%.
Easy.
Ooh, yeah, critics aren't going to like this movie. Unfortunately, I don't think critics like Bill Maher.
But we're talking about the audience, though.
Oh, the audience score.
Because there's no critics.
Yeah, there's no critics. Audience, I'm just not sure that many people actually saw it. I think they're going to review it based on its title. I'm going to be generous and say 22%.
51% audience score.
Yes, good!
All right.
Yes. Seems the people that actually put the scores in, there's a lot of them that actually watch the movie. Yeah, I got nothing about the budget or domestic gross. I assume it's like a straight to video thing. But the film was shot primarily in the avocado groves maintained by the University of California at Riverside, which is the university used for horticultural experiments.
Yeah?
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
The first video released by Colorbox Video. And, the first video release by Colorbox Video was cut by 16 seconds for a 15 certificate to remove a scene where a ninja uses nunchucks. We saw that part.
I saw that.
At the time, the distributors were not allowed to release a video with the word cannibal in the title, forcing them to change the title to Piranha Women in the Avocado Jungle of Death. The 1999 video released by Metrodome was allowed to be called Cannibal Women in the Avocado Jungle of Death and was passed without cuts at the 12 certification. Interesting. So 10 years later, they went from having to cut out a scene using nunchucks because, I don't know, kids are stupid, and being certified at 15 or over, to, yeah, you can call them cannibals and, yeah. No cuts. 12-year-olds can watch it.
Woo! I love it.
Thanks, Jurassic Park. No, I don't know.
Right.
The film's plot loosely parallels that of the novel Heart of Darkness by Joseph Conrad, as well as Apocalypse Now. And, yeah, which was also based on Heart of Darkness. Both a character named Kurtz, who have gone deep into the jungle and becomes the deranged leader of a group of quote-unquote savages.
Yeah.
These people engage in barbaric rites as an alternative to the rigid and restrictive values of the outside world.
And both starring Dean Stockwell. Wait.
I wish. When Kurtz and Hunt battle with the fencing swords, Kurtz is stabbed and her dying words are, "You don't know what it's like trying to face David Letterman with a book on male insensitivity. All right, I was exploiting the Piranha Women. You don't know what it's like. David Letterman. God, the horror. The horror of that show. The horror." And of course, in Heart of Darkness, Kurtz's dying words are, "The horror, the horror."
The horror. The horror.
Yeah. So, ladies, what did we learn from the cannibal women in the Avocado Jungle of Death?
Diana, as our guest, would you like to go first?
Oh, thank you very much. I've learned that the Palm Springs hippo is the lighter version than its African cousin because of the low cholesterol diet, but it's just as deadly.
Yeah. I'm going to go ahead and say it's probably deadlier because it's hungry.
Yep.
Yeah, vomiting up all that snot fruit.
Hangry is real, Steve.
Oh.
Did you learn anything, babe?
I did. I learned that even in female-dominated cultures, we will still let petty squabbles, like a recipe of clam dip versus avocados, set us back. Yeah. Whereas if we joined together, we really could just eat the entire male race.
Yeah. Well, that kind of ties into what I learned, that the future of feminism is cannibalism.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I also learned in part of the dialogue, some French chick invented kryptonite.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. And boy girl is how you go through a jungle.
Absolutely.
Sure. I think the funniest part about that is some French chick inventing kryptonite or whatever. It's like, I think the commercial we saw going into that movie on Amazon Prime was for that new movie with Rosamund Pike called Radioactive about Madame Curie.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, this is where we're like keeping track of the commercials, because thanks, Amazon, we pay to watch your commercials now. That's right. I don't like paying for a service and seeing commercials. Mm-hmm. This is why I'm paying you. Just charge me another $1 a month.
Yes, exactly.
Excellent. Well, Diana, thank you so much for joining us here on Everything I Learned from Movies.
Thank you.
I understand you also have a podcast?
Oh, thank you. I do. It's called Happily Ever Aftermath. It is the podcast where we revisit the movies that influenced how we view love and romance. You can find it on your favorite podcatcher, and I suggest you start with the Romancing the Stone episode if you're looking for a little bit of like different type of jungle adventures. You can start there, and there's also some love as well. So yeah, you can slide from this episode to that one, and you'll be right on your way.
Yeah. I also really like your episodes about the Thin Man and Revenge of the Nerds.
Those are getting older. We may have to ask those guests to come back and do some fresh episodes.
I'm writing it down. Order leggings. Get guests back. It will be done.
Yeah. Babe, are you on social media at all?
I am. You can find me everywhere at Untidy Venus. That's a goddess who's bad at housekeeping. I do fun art, and I sell it over at untidyvenus.etsy.com. Also on Redbubble and TeePublic, and you can find links to everything at izzycreates.com. IZZYCREATES.com. How about you, Steve? Where can we find you?
Oh, well, of course, you can find us Everything I Learned from Movies on all the major podcatchers. Shout out to Age of Radio for setting that up.
Woo!
Of course, follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at EILF Movies. That's Everything I Learned from Movies. Yeah!
Oh, Steve, since it's Patreon, November, what if somebody wanted to become a Patreon? Like, why would this be a really good time of the year to become a Patreon and donate a few shekels towards this here podcast?
Oh, this is the best time of year to do that, because I don't know if you know that. No, but if you go to patreon.com/EILF movies, that's Everything I Learned from Movies, starting at just $2 a month, you get access to all kinds of exclusive episodes and little chat rooms and stuff. Mm-hmm. And especially this time of year, we got our Christmas bags going out, baby.
Yeah, we send gifts to all of our Patreons.
That's right.
Dana, you've been a Patreon for a couple of years. Have you gotten anything decent?
Well, I mean, decent doesn't
No, not really.
Decent doesn't even begin to describe it, because it, like, one of my presents lives on my refrigerator behind a different present that you gave me, because for years it was just like this little nice tribute to the episodes that we did on this podcast for, what was it, Pacific Rim and Magic Mike XXL.
Yeah.
How did those two movies get combined? Well, you'd have to be Diana to find out.
Indeed. And then the other one, I got the one from last year, the Banana Splits movie poster.
Yeah.
So, just like presents and presents and presents. You buy something from Untidy Venus, you are giving yourself a present, but if you do a Patreon thing, they will do the hard work for you.
That's right.
Yeah, we also send you terrible DVDs in addition to artwork.
Wait a minute, that's false advertising. I have wonderful DVDs.
Which one was falsely proclaimed to be banana splits for you?
Well, that one, I was not referring to that one, but that one was, what was it? Peter Pan Adventures Through Neverland bonus DVD exclusive Walmart.
Oh, that's right. It was like the sing-along thing. Yeah.
But I have also received The Room on Blu-ray, so.
Yeah. Yeah, so check it out, patreon.com/EILfMovies, but do it quick because I'm sending those things out pretty early because, mail.
Wait. Are you telling me that our last dictatorship, I mean presidential election, whatever person, may have ordered
President,
people...
you can say it, babe. It's okay.
I don't want to call him that.
Don't give in.
May have told people to start dismantling mail sorting equipment right before a mail-in election.
Yep.
Because fraud?
Now he's trying to shut it down so he doesn't get served with all those subpoenas. We'll take a burn to hell. Yeah, so, until next time. I'm Steve.
I'm Izzy.
I'm Diana.
And this is Everything I Learned from Movies. Have a good night, everybody.